Hello, and welcome back to our Team Lotus F1 Manager Series, or welcome to, if you're dropping in for the first time, welcome to Friday, welcome to Team Lotus, and we are heading to Barcelona today in this one, and we've got qualifying first of all, and then we'll be jumping into the full race, coming off the back of Tuesday, which was a mad one indeed in Monaco. Yo Finn, how's it going? Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, so Monaco last time out, which was, yeah, what a result it was. A 1-2 for us in Monaco. Daniel Ricciardo actually dominated that race, built a 10-second lead on Bottas in second, then a late red flag, threw it all up in the air, but Danny Rick pulled away. And, yeah, still won in Monaco, and Liam Lawson got P2, so P1, P2, 1-2 in Monaco. Can we repeat it here in Barcelona? Let's see. Finn had a good day. Yes, very good indeed. I'm happy it's the weekend. F1 Racer, how's it going, buddy? Uvude, hello. Hope you're well, buddy. Yeah, so whether we can keep that going in Barcelona, I do not know. As I say, I'm sounding a bit like a broken record if you're jumping into this series, but we're not designing this car anymore, so we are at the peak of our powers here, and the AI will be continuing to develop their car, so I'd expect us to start falling backwards. Maybe we can challenge for a win here, maybe a podium. I do not know. We'll see what the AI have done in the 11 days since we had that 1-2 in Monaco. I'm doing very well, thank you, F1 Racer. Hope you're doing well as well. So yeah, who knows where we'll be, but I think we are ready to jump into qualifying. And if you've already jumped into the stream, please support the stream by smashing a like. Let's just check car parts are all what we need yet. So we've been running our worn car parts in practice, so we just want to make sure best car parts are on, which they are. Let's jump in. Charlie K, glad to hear you're still going strong. Thanks, buddy. Yes, we're going well. We're going well. Right, so what we'll do, we'll just send these out for our banker lap. But to be fair, I say a banker lap. These first laps are normally enough for us to get through recently. Just check we haven't got any traffic. I don't think we're going to encounter any traffic, so they should be nice clean laps, so we don't really need to jump on board. You I'm good.
Nice and cool on your way in, please.
Yeah, me and my ex shimmy cleared the air, and well, we'll see what happens. Off F1 topic, but yeah. Okay, you've sounds like some progress there. Hope it all works out. So I think these laps should be good enough for Q2. Let's, yeah, I'm not going to run again. That's looking pretty strong with... Aston Martins are really fallen off. I know we've developed very heavily to get ahead of them, but I mean, they're miles off the pace the last few races. Let's just change to that screen. There we go. Yeah, so we're off Russell's time. Mercedes probably have just about got the best car at the moment. But yeah, we've nearly got a second and a half on the drop zone, so we should be absolutely fine with that first lap to get through to Q2. Let's just wait and see, as the checkered flag will be out shortly. And it falls now, so yeah, we're already through. And I don't... Ooh, K-Mag is out. That's interesting. Bring on the Las Vegas Grand Prix on the 26th. Yeah, looking forward to the end of the season, although it's somewhat, you know, Max's stellar drive, as we said on Tuesday. I mean, it somewhat took a bit of a dip in terms of there's not going to be excitement for the Drivers' Championship now. Martin, who is Van in the Alpine? That is Van Dorn. Stoffel Van Dorn. As you see there, knocked out in Q1. What a surprise. We were talking about Aston Martin, but K-Mag's been knocked out in Q1, so not good for Aston Martin. But yeah, Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the end of the season. I hope McLaren, being a McLaren man, they can clinch the constructors. But I think it's safe to say the Drivers' Championship is pretty much done and dusted now for Max. Become a 4-time world champion. Want to see out this season, of course, but I'm already getting pretty excited for next year because I think the cars are going to be so close. You know, I've already seen it in the later stages of this season. Perez, but sort of Max drawing out that Red Bull performance, McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes. That's the only thing I feel with being a McLaren fan. I half feel that this year could have been the moment for Lando. Next year, I just think it's going to be a tighter battle. I've actually got a feeling for Charles next year. I don't know why. It's just my feeling. I think Lewis, he'll do well to go into a new team and dominate Charles, who's been there for such a long time. And Ferrari have been on a good trajectory this year. So, yeah, as much as I want it to be Oscar or Lando next year, I don't know. I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be Charles' year, but that could be completely off. But anyway, long way until that happens. So Q1, yeah, only real surprise there is K-Mag's knocked out. Let's jump into Q2. Dark Lord, hello, buddy. Hope it's going well. Yeah, that sucks, but let's hope Oscar gets his shot. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I see a lot of stuff on socials and people talking about Oscar and that, Lando's got to be careful of Oscar next year. And don't get me wrong, I do love Oscar, but I do think it's more of a personality thing where people are saying Oscar's, I do think it'll be close between them. But if you actually look into the stats, I think Norris has qualified 18-3 to Oscar. And if you look at the race pace, that's where Oscar lacks. I still find him managing his tyres and those long runs and race pace. Lando's still got the margin, I feel, over Oscar. So I'd say maybe another year, and next year he'll be that little bit closer. But yeah, it seems to be a lot of people are pushing Oscar over Lando next year, but I still feel it would be Lando, to be fair. But we'll wait and see on that one. Dark Lord feels Oscar's got a better chance. Yeah, I think I disagree, as I say. When you look into the stats this year, I know towards the end, obviously, there's been a bit of favouritism in terms of Oscar helping Lando, but still 18-3 in qualifying. I still find in the races, Oscar kind of goes missing a little bit. Norris obviously didn't have the greatest Brazilian Grand Prix, did Lando, but Oscar, again, wasn't doing too much either. So, still work to do for Oscar. Manifesting Lewis 8th with Ferrari. Yeah, I don't know what to expect with Lewis next year in that Ferrari. I think it's going to be difficult for him. He's obviously been with Mercedes so long. I know they say he's been with Mercedes all his career, but Mercedes, obviously power engine in McLaren. McLaren team setup was different, so he still had to adjust to going to a different team when he went from McLaren to Mercedes, but he's been at Mercedes so long. So to jump into a new car and it be exactly how he wants it, and to say first target for him is to dominate his teammate in Charles. So to be able to do that, I think it's going to be tough. So yeah, I think if Ferrari are strong next year, I would say Charles Leclerc is going to have the better chance of a run at the title, but we'll see. Lewis is definitely just giving up this year, though, isn't he? He's checked out as Lewis. Oscar has what Max Verstappen has, no fear, but we have to wait and see. Red Bull, I feel, will fall away, which is good. Yeah, it's very interesting with Red Bull because they've kind of fallen away this year. And really, this year hasn't had enough time to have the impact of Newey leaving and a lot of the other staff that have left. So I think you'll see the real impact of that next year in 2026. So yeah, if I had to say who's going to win the title next year, I don't feel it would be Max, not because of his performance, but I don't think Red Bull is going to match the performance of the other cars. But again, could be completely wrong on that. Right, let's jump into this Q2. We're going to put a scrub set on to go for our first runs. Another banker lap.
Will be go on green.
Right, let's send these out. Get a banker lap on, and we will jump on board when it matters. I'm going to catch Piastri there. I don't know if we lost a bit of time, but again, we are on a scrub set.
Negative.
Very close between them, so I suggest we probably didn't lose any time there.
Yep.
Red Bull should buy out Sainz Williams, keep Franco. I know, I must admit, I have got a wife, but I do love a bit of Franco. Not in that way, but yeah. Something about Franco, he's just warmed the hearts, I felt, since he's come onto the grid. So it'd be a shame if he was only here momentarily. I wonder if Williams would regret that in terms of what Sainz's contract fee would be, his salary compared to Franco. I think setting this time on a scrub set is going to be good enough, you know, to get through. We're looking pretty pacey here, aren't we? Although everyone else is on a scrub set. So, yeah, everyone will go on fresh tyres, but I feel like we can risk it here. I feel we can risk and stay in the garage. Piastri in the drop zone, Russell in the drop zone, but let's see now. Russell and Bottas, there's the Mercedes pace, but that is on fresh softs, you know. We're looking pretty good again here, aren't we? We're looking pretty good. Low-key waiting for Williams and Haas powerhouse era. I mean, Haas will hopefully be helped out a little bit now they've got some of the backing from Toyota. And Williams, Vowles talks a big game for 2026, but the only thing I feel about 2026, obviously a lot of the teams are aiming for that as well, so it is a good reset. But I do think we're going to be in a position next year when we get mid or late part of the season where we're wishing there's not going to be a regulation change, because I think it's going to be so close. This year already we had multiple winners, but I think next year there'll be multiple winners, and it could be 3-4 drivers fighting for the championship into the second half of the season with a legitimate chance of winning it. And then it'll all be reset for 2026. And hopefully we don't get a dominant car in 2026, but that is always the fear. Right, what's going on here then? Piastri's in the drop zone. Charlie, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Piastri must be on a... Yeah, he's set a time. Oh, but Sainz is on an in-lap. Carlos Sainz is going to be knocked out. Red Bull, we talk about Red Bull struggling in 2025 in real life. That Red Bull is struggling in 2025 here. Sainz is going to be knocked out in his home race here. And Max Verstappen, only 8th, but it is only Q2, so it doesn't really matter where you are at the moment. Right, here we go then. This is where it matters. Q3. Shall we, for a laugh, set a lap on a really... Well, they can't even be... There's not even scrub set. That's a used set. Let's set a lap on these tyres just for a laugh. Right, let's get them out. Right, we'll obviously put fresh softs on because it's Q3, but let's just get them out, get a time in again. Plenty of traffic here as well, but these laps aren't going to matter.
Pierre, join in box.
Okay, understood.
Albon should go back to Red Bull, give Franco a chance. I don't know, that atmosphere kills the best of drivers. Yeah. Whilst Max is at Red Bull, I don't think I'd want to drive for Red Bull. I think that's why they'd find it difficult to sign a top driver in that second seat, especially now they're not dominating. Well, you do have their technical director at Team Lotus. They replaced him with an F2 car. Yeah, they did, yeah. Classic F1 manager back-end AI there. Right, I did just put fresh sauce on there, didn't I? Yep. Right, here we go then. Where can we go? Barcelona here. Now, what's the track map saying? Is Leclerc and Alonso? That's fine. Right, let's go. Oh no, the Red Bull's coming out. Can we get out ahead of him? Yeah. Right, let's just get them around, then we'll jump on board. Right, Ricciardo's first on track. In reference to our drivers, I believe, wasn't he? Yep. Here we go then. What can we do in Q3 here? Have we still got pace in this car whilst we're not developing it to get another pole position and challenge for a win? We'll compare sector times. Daniel Ricciardo, to be fair, being pretty dominant over Lawson so far this year. But Lawson's had a couple of good results the last time out, last 2 races out really. So it's not a purple sector though, it's a 21.9 and it's 21.8, so about a tenth, just under a tenth in it, very close through that first sector. Don't think Lawson's close enough to get a toe down this short straight here. No, probably a bit too far back. As we'll see, the second sector is purple though for Daniel Ricciardo, 28 flat. 28.1, so I think Ricciardo's just got the edge, probably by about half a tenth now. Charles Leclerc and Alonso have finished. Here we go, Daniel Ricciardo then to the line. Is it going to be good enough for provisional pole? It is indeed. What can Lawson do? He goes second. 10th to Ricciardo. Can we maintain it? Bottas splits us. What about George Russell? No, doesn't go quicker. And I don't know if anyone else has got the pace at the moment. Piastri's on a... Piastri actually has had a few good qualifying sessions. What will he do here? I think it's just Piastri. But if not, Daniel Ricciardo could be on for another pole position. But again, those Mercedes, very close. Or Bottas. Doesn't look like George had a great lap there. What's sector times here for Piastri? Doesn't look great, does it? I think this is looking like pole position. Let's have a look what Oscar can do. Can he topple his fellow countryman? No, he does not improve. So it's another pole position for Team Lotus. Has Danny Rick got a pole position? I think I said he did, but wasn't it Lawson that got a pole position? I forget myself, but there we go. Daniel Ricciardo is on pole then for this one. It's Valtteri Bottas in second, very close between the top 3. Then Lewis Hamilton putting in a pretty good lap for Ferrari. George Russell 5th, Charles Leclerc 6th. Then we have Max Verstappen 7th, Oscar Piastri 8th, Fernando Alonso 9th, Lando Norris 10th. So McLaren not going too well around here either. 8th and 10th for McLaren. Carlos Sainz, as we saw, was knocked out in Q2 and 11th. Came out very poor for Aston Martin as well. So pole position and 3rd place for Liam Lawson. Let's jump in to some strategy. The Honey Badger lives on in Team Lotus F1 Manager 24. He does. He's thriving over here, isn't he? He's thriving. He's definitely got the pace on Liam Lawson at the moment as well. Right, what are we saying here? They're saying the soft, medium, soft is the way to go. Definitely don't want to be using... Just have a play about here. No, that's not going to be great, is it? Don't think I want to be using the hard tyre around here, really. Yeah, so I think it's definitely soft, medium, soft. Few seconds. Right, let's have a look at that. So yeah, it says this is quicker going on light. So what have we got here? We've got standard, 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 which is saying it's 2 seconds more. What about if we pop that down to light? That does make it slower, apparently. Okay, we'll go with that then. I mean, we might have to go standard anyway, but it just gives us a bit of tyre life. I think Lawson, who is not quite as good on his tyres though, We'll probably have to go medium, medium. We can have a look at this. Yeah, I think he's just going to really struggle to make this work, isn't he? I mean, it's 4 seconds quicker. The problem is, there's literally no margin for error with that. I feel we go medium, medium softs with Lawson. Yeah. He's just not as good on his tyres, so I feel that's the way to go. Right, so 2-stopper for both. 2-stopper is always best round here. Lawson, I would have liked to get on 2 softs, but I think it's going to be a bit of a stretch. So we could potentially switch to that, depending on how this first stint goes. But as we have it now, it's going to be Danny Rick starting on the softs, boxing for mediums for that middle stint, softs at the end. And Lawson's going to go mediums, mediums, and softs at the end. Danny Rick has got to look after those tyres on the first stint. If not, he might be switching as well to a second medium. So we'll see how we go. Let's jump in and start Spanish Grand Prix. Is Lawson close to levelling up to Ricciardo? Yeah, he is getting close. I think Ricciardo's 81, Lawson 80, I think. He has gone up again on a couple of stats, so I think very soon
as we get to this race,
it's gonna be the same ranking. But the thing that Ricciardo is, his smoothness stat is a lot better than Lawson. That's going to take a long time for Lawson to meet that. So it's a little bit easier for Ricciardo on strategy. But here we go. What can we do then? Starting on pole with Daniel Ricciardo.
And away we go.
Looks like we've got a nice start from Ricciardo there. Very good. Can Lawson challenge Bottas into this first corner? This would be very good if he could. And he does. Lawson moves up to P2. Good start. And Hamilton's on the hard. He loves a hard tyre, does Lewis. Bottas on the softs. So
Drop down the base now.
yeah, we just need to manage. I don't want Ricciardo to just absolutely wreck those tyres straight away. So let's see if we can frustrate Bottas here. So Ricciardo leads at 1-2 now for Team Lotus. Russell's up to 4. So it's Team Lotus 1-2. Mercedes 3-4. Danny Rick, we're going to try and look after the tyres. We're going to ask Lawson not to fight his teammate at this stage.
Copy.
What I'm hoping to do is conserve Ricciardo's tyres.
DRS enabled.
Right, is Bottas going to have a go at us here? Bottas against Lawson. Well defended, though. This is good. We just need to frustrate Bottas here. Bottas already used 2% more tyre life than Ricciardo. Hey, hello, how's it going? Hope you're well. Bottas dropping nearly a second back there. I think he did get DRS though. I wonder if Bottas already is having to look after those tyres. All right, let's turn everything down a bit here.
Copy.
All right, broke the DRS to Bottas. That's nice. Fastest lap for Lawson.
Understood.
Right. We'll allow them to fight here. Good to hear, buddy. Russell has cleared Bottas. Russell is on the mediums. So the Mercedes have gone the same way as us. They've split the strategy. Bottas on the softs, Russell on the mediums. So our drivers are free to fight. Just make sure they're on... Yep. Russell's got back into the DRS, so he's dragging Bottas with him, but absolutely fine. As Lawson looks to the outside on Daniel Ricciardo, that's going to be a long way round there. Lawson, though, look at the grip he's found out there. That's a lovely move. Mercedes are right on us here, but... Oh God, they're getting close.
Keep the position, okay.
Oh, this could be 4 wide up here. This could end badly. This could end very badly. Lawson's compromised here, because he's got no DRS and everyone else has. So he's gone from 1st to 4th, I think. He can keep on the inside here. Right, we could have managed that, but I do feel it's unfair to not allow Lawson to fight his teammate, so... He's going to need to deploy a bit, though, to get back up to that DRS. There's now Bottas back to 2nd. He used 6% more tyre life than us, though. So this is still working out fine for us, as Bottas is using much more tyre life than us. It's Ricciardo, he's back into the lead. We missed that. Oh no, he's always in the lead. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Lawson, sorry, is moving back up to P2. Witzer, hi buddy, hope you're well. And Bottas still squabbling there. I'm going to have to deploy Danny Rick out of here.
You can press overtake where possible to discharge the battery a little bit.
Oh, it goes very defensive. Russell's on the outside.
Come on.
We're squabbling away here.
Honestly, I don't think.
Don't let them fight. Damn, it was close, Ricciardo. I know, I feel bad not letting them fight though, because we didn't allow them to fight before. But it is losing us time, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, if that was Mick Schumacher, there would have been a crash by now. But look, we're bringing the pack. I mean, this is bad from Mercedes and ourselves, because we're allowing the pack to close right up to us here.
Charge off.
Right, Ricciardo, we should have saved a good amount of battery there. Get DRS here to close back up. Clayco, what is your team? This is Team Lotus. Right, Ricciardo will have DRS. Bottas goes defensive. The DRS is strong on this straight, though. Lawson trying to move past Russell, but Russell's got DRS himself. Lawson's going to try the outside, which will give him inside here. There we go.
Alrighty.
Nice work. So we're back to... No, Lawson's not held on to that by the looks of it. Russell has fought that one back, and we've got a Ferrari trying to sneak in there, which is not ideal. Hamilton on the hard, so we didn't get that done on Russell in the end. So it looked like we had it done here, but no, Russell kept it in for the right-hander. Good stuff from George in the end. Right, let's try and manage this now. Well, we're getting Danny Rick to lap 22, Lawson to lap 25. I kind of want Bottas to get past me here.
Charge on.
Doesn't do it though. What's tyres? I'll try and deploy, but it's so hard to maintain position on that straight. Clecco going for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. So Bottas will get past us again here, I think.
Charge on.
Yeah, look how strong the DRS is here.
Copy. And you can go charge off now.
Danny Rick holds on to it though. Lawson's at 80%, George's at 82% tyres. It's now a DRS train all the way down to Charles in 7th.
Okay, copy.
What's the rest of the tyres looking like for the grid? Who's on soft? So Bottas 72%. Bottas one of the worst. Perez 63% down there in 12th.
Yep, understood.
So Bottas having another look.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
Brake DRS with ERS. Yeah, I was hoping Bottas would get past us, and then I can use the DRS on this. I'm going to do that here now.
Charge on.
I mean, Bottas is going to get past us here. Hopefully we can keep George back. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm happy with that.
Charge off. Charge off.
What I want to do is use the DRS and ERS. Although Bottas is kind of bolted there.
Overtake available. Okay, to pick up the pace.
And Danny Rick's tyre temps quite low. Right, that's not worked out what I was planning there, but that's fine. I feel we've got enough pace to get back up to Bottas. What I wanted is the power of the DRS, then I can deploy across the whole next lap to break that 1 second. But we've had to use a bit of battery now to get back to him.
Yep, understood.
I'll concentrate on Lawson in a moment. I just want to focus on Daniel. I've got a yellow flag here. Looks like Ocon. He's falling down the order.
Okay, now we have a yellow.
Esteban Ocon's had a lock-up.
Now let's take a look here at turn 10.
You do get safety cars here from time to time. I've had them quite a few times, actually. Oh, Ocon. Nearly into his teammate Bottas there. Right, Ricciardo is going to move past here now.
Charge on.
Right, that's what I wanted. Now, let's deploy it.
You've got everything. You've got everything. Press on hold available.
You have got everything. Right, Danny Rick's been given everything.
Let's lift off, please.
Now, Lawson, you need to get closer to that fight. So, Ricciardo, we want to break that 1 second over the next couple of corners. If not, Bottas will get the DRS again. It's nearly there. Oh, so close. I think we've done it. Bottas should not have DRS. He has not. George Russell's got DRS on his teammate. Is he going to make a move into there? He is. Lawson's battery is not great. That's the only issue we've got with Lawson.
Okay, keep an eye on your battery.
I've now done the same with Ricciardo, so...
Copy. Drop the pace now, please.
It's the Tash, gives Bottas extra normal power. Is that and the mullet?
Okay, charge on.
Ricciardo sets the fastest lap of the race then on that push. But he might have Russell coming back at him here. Russell on the mediums, of course. Ocon's developed a mechanical fault.
Reminder for charge off.
Right, Lawson, we'll just try and manage Lawson a bit better now. What's his tyres saying? Ricciardo's tyres pretty good, to be fair. Bottas is going to be in a lot earlier than Ricciardo here. Are these hard tyres starting to come to Lewis Hamilton here now? Lawson's nearly fallen out of that DRS zone. Should just about get it here. Have to use a bit of tyre life, a bit of fuel here. Not ideal. We don't really want to be doing this, but I'm going to have to.
Copy.
And if you're jumping into the stream, like what you see, do smash a like on the stream. Really helps me out. Yeah, battery is just not good here for Lawson.
Copy.
Charge on.
Lawson has got DRS. Just hop up into there. So,
Charge on.
Copy.
Ricciardo leads, Russell 1.4, so he's not exactly pulling away. Right, Lawson is back into this now.
After your tyres.
I only need to keep Lawson there and just bring back some of that battery life. See if we can do that here.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, look how much he lost there, though. Not good.
Okay, copy.
It's becoming a bit of a struggle with Lawson. Yeah, how could I forget the mullet? Richard Kerry, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. Bottas back into the DRS of Ricciardo as well, but say we have got 10% on Bottas, so... Lando Norris 4, thanks for the follow. Arthur, thanks for the follow. Very much appreciated. Right, Lawson is making a move, but Bottas also. Bottas for the lead on Ricciardo. Lawson is past Russell. But Bottas is using a lot more tyre life than us. He's used 10% more tyre life.
Alrighty.
And the top two now pulling away. And of course, we've been topping up that battery with Ricciardo as well. Fred, thanks for the follow. Don't know whether we try and do something a little bit differently with Lawson. It's Ricciardo on the inside of Bottas, back through with the DRS, but Bottas will be coming straight back at us on this next DRS. I can't believe Bottas in real life has no ride for 2025. I know. Sad times, sad times. We lost Ricciardo this year, Bottas. But excitingly, we've got quite a few rookies on the grid next year. Right, Bottas we'd expect to be getting past us here. And I think Lawson's going to be under a lot of pressure from behind. As we're holding on to that with Bottas, Lawson lose out to Russell. He's got the two Ferraris there as well. I just wonder. Just having a look whether we can do anything a little bit different with Lawson, because he's struggling for pace at the minute. LM4, I'm excited for Kimi Antonelli. Yeah. Well, Bortoletto is 1 F3 and is on course for F2 as well, so he looks pretty decent. Going to what will be Audi. I don't know whether to switch this over to I think we try something different with Lawson.
We are catching him now.
I'm going to try something different. I'm going to mix it up a bit with Lawson here.
Charge off.
Oh, this is good, actually. If we're going to let Bottas get us here.
You can consider a little bit of anti-deploy where you can.
Bottas can get past us here. Go on, Valtteri. There we go. That's fine. And I'll just use Valtteri to charge up our battery. Because the battery is not in a great place.
We just keep the head down.
With
and
both
we
drivers.
go as best as we can, okay?
Right, Lawson is going to be under threat again from George. Here we go, Ricciardo making the move on Bottas. Bottas might just stay ahead here because we're not going to use any of this battery. Russell does get past Lawson.
Alrighty.
Right, this is fine. This is working well because we're just trying to build that battery back up.
Copy box.
Not copy box. What's the pit loss here?
Okay, head down, no problem.
25.4.
Russell 1.4.
25.4. If we could clear Sonoda, that would be a good little gap to come into for Lawson. What track this is? We're at Barcelona-Catalunya. Right, so it's happened again. This is fine. Now we want to use the DRS, and then we've got a bit of battery to play with now. Right, Lawson's all over the back. Of Russell.
Copy.
Ricciardo's got the move done then on Bottas. Back into the lead. Good battery now.
Okay, but charge off now.
Lawson didn't get the move done on Russell, which is a bit frustrating there.
Okay, that's currently P1.
Just say leader, it's 25 seconds, so yeah, we need to get about another. Once Sonoda's at 26 seconds, that'd be a nice little gap for Lawson to come into.
Copy.
And do an aggressive undercut. That's what I'm kind of looking at here. Zhou is pitting. Maybe Bottas should aim for Indy 500 win like Alonso. I mean, Bottas would look good in a NASCAR, wouldn't he? Maybe his miss may get him to race in Australian sports cars.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
All right, here we go. Lawson dropping the inside to take George Russell then up to third. And now he's on the... Oh, Bottas been forced out wide there. Bottas over on the gravel. Ricciardo obviously got his elbows out there. Let's have a look at this. Oh, not the best of angles here, but... Well, I don't think we really forced him out. I think Bottas just drifted out there. That's built a nice gap for Ricciardo. And I think Bottas' lack of speed there coming off that final corner is going to be jumped by both Lawson and Russell. Now, who's going to take this first corner here? Russell? No, Lawson takes it. Right, so Ricciardo leads. Lawson back to P2, so we're back in P1, P2. Now, we're looking for that 25 seconds to Tsunoda, which we have got. So we've got 25 seconds. Yes, there's such a nice gap to jump into there. I'm going to pit. I'm going to pit. This might be crazy, but...
Box, box.
I'm going to try and split the strategy here. And there should be a nice little gap here to come out in 12th place. Because Bottas will have to pit soon anyway, so we've covered him off with doing this as well, which is going to help Ricciardo out anyway. Right, now we need a nice clean stop though, because it's touch and go with this gap to K-Mag. So jumping on the softs. 2.4, that's where we're at. That's our sort of normal default time, so that's good for us. As I say, we should be ahead of K-Mag and Tsunoda here. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. As they're squabbling away, we have just got to get our tyres up to temp though, of course, here, but that should be fine. So he's now got some clean air, as Lawson, on some fresh softs. Ricciardo's got a 1.5 second gap over Russell, but Russell on the mediums. Bottas is probably going to be coming in a lap or two's time. What do we reckon, chat, then here? What's going to be the finishing order in this one? Give me first to fifth. What are we feeling? It's kind of a split strategy at the moment with Lawson and Ricciardo. Obviously, Russell and Bottas doing the same, and Hamilton is on the hard tyres, but he's used a lot of that hard tyre. He's used more than the softs of Ricciardo, so I was going to say Hamilton would be looking good if he's in fourth, but still had good tyre life. And Norris 4 is going Ricciardo, Russell, Lawson for P1, P2, P3. Well, I'll take that. I'll take a double podium. And Lawson, yeah, it's about 25.8. We'll see what Lawson's doing in a moment once his tyres are up to temp. Got to try and get some of the battery back for Lawson at some point.
Copy.
UView's going for Lawson, Ricciardo, Russell, Hamilton, Bottas. Bottas P5. Right, so Russell's pulled back up to Ricciardo here, but I still think Ricciardo's in a good place. He's got 48% tyre life. Is Bottas going to be jumping into the pits this lap? Ideally not. I'd like Lawson to get another lap on him. And he doesn't, so that's quite good for us there. Lawson, yeah, now he's reducing that deficit.
Okay.
Russell then trying to make the move on Ricciardo. He does. Kian, thanks for the follow. I'd say this is not too bad because...
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
Russell on the mediums, but this is the only stint where we really need to be careful and look after the tyres. Dark Lord's gone for Ricciardo, Russell, Lawson, Bottas and Charles. So who's stopped so far? We've had Lawson, Sainz, and everyone from 16th downwards, and Gasly's now in the pits as well. So I think we're expecting Bottas maybe this lap on... Verstappen's on 24% tyre life. What is Max up to out there? That's Ricciardo jumping right down the inside of Russell. Russell will get us straight back on the start-finish straight. Unless he's ahead here. That would be even better. This would work better, actually, for us. Yep. We'll take that. Are you doing a one-stop with Ricciardo? No, we're doing a two-stop, but this first stint, we need to manage the tyres to make it work, basically. And Russell goes very aggressive to the inside. But Ricciardo says, well, I'll take the outside, and I'm already past you. As Verstappen finally pits, Charles pits, so Bottas stays out again. Atty, okay, hi buddy, hope you're doing well.
Copy.
Let's have a look at the last laps now. Ricciardo 1:19.0, Russell a couple of attempts quicker, Bottas about the same, Lawson 18.1, so Lawson close to a second. 3 tenths, 7 tenths of a second to a second quicker than the top 3. And I think he would now lead the race, Lawson, once everyone stops. But of course, we're going for an extra stop with him now.
Copy.
And Hulkenberg in the RB is setting the fastest lap of the race. As George gets past again.
Okay. Alrighty.
Tyre life we've got. We want to go to lap 22. Bottas pits now.
You're
So
right,
Bottas is in.
And directly behind you is Bottas. Bottas stopped.
I think we can
We
push
focus on
it.
Ricciardo ahead now.
Ricciardo takes the lead of the race. Going well. I buy tickets for the Calper game. Good stuff, Atty.
Okay,
good to
good
hear. All right, Lawson.
Copy.
Bottas coming out of the pits. We should clear Bottas here. We see Bottas there. Yeah, we're clear of Bottas then. So Lawson, the undercut works. And of course, probably an extra pit stop for Liam Lawson. As Ricciardo broke the DRS to Russell, he has not. Nearly, but Russell will have it, which will bring him close here. To keep using this battery, if we can keep ahead of Russell on this lap, so we're going to come into the pits at the end of it, not this lap, the next lap. We're trying to keep ahead of Bottas.
Box.
We have got the gap on Russell.
I'll box this lap.
Alonso pits, so Lawson will be up to 6th.
No more lift off required.
Bottas is 4 seconds off Lawson. And we're pushing everything with Ricciardo now. What's Russell's tyre life? 45%. So Russell's probably going to stay out for another 5-6. Atty, sorry, need to go now. See you next live. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Right, so 22 laps gone. Third of the race through. We're about to make our first stop. Yeah, we've used all the tyre life we wanted to there, so that's worked out well. Is Bottas still going to undercut Ricciardo, though? He's got a couple laps of tyre life on him, though. Jack, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. So Daniel into the pits now. Now he needs a good stop, because this is going to be very close to Bottas. You'd expect Bottas probably to undercut us. So he's already taken 6% out of his tyres. Lewis jumps into the pits as well. No, slow rear right. Not too bad. It's a second slower, though.
Okay.
Not ideal.
Alrighty.
There's Lawson. There's
Sorry,
Ricciardo.
Bottas.
I think he's going to be ahead of Bottas here.
Watch your mirrors.
And he is. Ricciardo maintains the lead over Bottas. The net lead, we would say, when Lawson pits, because Lawson now on a different strategy. And Ricciardo will just attack, just try and get
3
those
seconds.
tyres in the window a little bit quicker. He's only got 2 seconds to Bottas, so Bottas probably will close that
Let's
back
try to
up.
clear him as quick as we can. Okay, and let's do a small lift off.
Alright, so now who are we waiting to pit? Russell, Piastri and Norris. The top 3 all still need to pit.
Need to drop the pace.
Understood.
I do want to just
We will not need
maintain.
lift off.
Understood.
Piastri pits now. Bottas, no, we've got 6% margin on Bottas, but he is coming at us. Been nice to have kept this gap, but I think
Manage your
Bottas
tyres.
is going to be on us very soon.
Yep, have that.
Right, let's just harvest into that first corner.
Copy.
So Lawson now up to 3rd with Piastri pitting.
Charge on.
Okay. Copy.
Charge off.
1.3 to Bottas. Right, so let's have a look then. So Norris down to 39% tyre life.
Understood.
Bottas is going to get into the DRS here. %72% for Lawson. So when are we stopping again with Lawson? Lap 36. Ricciardo's lap 45. Bottas must be pushing because he's all over us now. So Bottas will get past us here. Russell pits. Bottas is really pushing. He's going to get past us. DRS is too strong here.
Charge on.
Understood.
Right, we just need to stay with him. Russell now coming out of the pits.
Reminder for charge off.
He's been jumped by Charles as George Russell. So not ideal there for him. I mean, Lawson's not really building a gap, is he? Especially if we're going to pit again with Lawson. That's effectively he'll be 23 seconds behind these two.
Okay, understood.
So at the moment, it's not looking too good for Lawson, is it? Although he's starting to drop off his pace, obviously, in this stint where they've got good pace. So, yeah, maybe we'll come back to Lawson. Camden, thanks for the follow. So Ricciardo is getting back past Bottas. So these two are just going to be fighting across this whole race, I think. George, though, may be in trouble. He's 5 seconds behind. He's on softs, though. Bottas is on mediums.
So we keep focusing on the pace.
Who's
So
got
we have
DRS here?
Leclerc
Ricciardo's got
a
DRS.
little while behind.
Right, we'll just harvest a little bit across this lap then. Tyre life, yeah, we've got 8% on Bottas, 7%.
Good job.
And Norris going very long. Is Norris going to try and put on a hard tyre, do something a bit dramatic? Ricciardo now in the DRS of Lawson.
Charge off.
Which
Charge on.
is
Charge
far
on.
from ideal, to be fair. He's just much quicker.
Charge off.
Yellow flag. Norris pits. I'm not asking Lawson to get out of the way. I'm just hoping Ricciardo will naturally pass him. Alright, that's fine. That's kind of what we wanted to happen there. And then we're going to have to ask Lawson not to fight Ricciardo because Lawson is slower than Ricciardo at this stage.
Copy.
And maybe he can just become a bit of a frustration for Bottas. Up the blues, what's Rick's tyre life on? He's just stopped, so Ricciardo's on 88% mediums. Lawson sort of halfway through this soft stint and starting to struggle pace-wise, evidently.
Hold position for now.
If you can just stay in this DRS of Ricciardo, which will get that DRS now.
Copy.
The issue is asking them not to fight here. It does open the door for Bottas to get both of them, but they're both on always defend. But if Lawson just sits on the gearbox of Ricciardo, I think Bottas is just going to swoop round the both of them, but we're going to have to kind of allow that at the moment. Just not ideal where we've found ourselves. And here we go. Is Lawson going to try and squeeze him out? That works out fine. Hamilton sets the fastest lap. What's he gone on to? Some softs? Yeah, he's on softs now. Russell has cleared... I was going to say Russell's cleared George. That would be impressive. Russell's cleared Charles Leclerc, and he's only 2 seconds back now, so he's starting to come back into this fight, and he's got good tyre life, hasn't he? Ocon's mechanical fault is getting worse. What is his mechanical fault? It's an engine issue for Ocon. 1-2 so far. Yeah, we've got a 1-2 so far. I don't think Lawson's going to be able to maintain it, though. He's not really got the pace of Ricciardo across this race. I think George is going to be looking pretty good when he now gets up to this battle. Bottas is starting to maintain some of his tyre life now, because it was 8 to 7%. It's now dropping to 6% difference to Ricciardo.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Bottas having a look, but no. See, we'd now come out behind Norris if we pit Lawson, so that's not going to be great, is it? Not really working, is it, for Lawson? I don't really know what to do with Lawson. He's kind of just getting bogged down.
Tyre management will be very important.
Copy.
Because his tyre life now, he's definitely going to have to do an extra stop.
Copy that, copy.
Lucas, thanks for the gifts, buddy. Much appreciated. Thank you, buddy. It's going to be free wide into T1 in a few laps. Hope to avoid any sort of collision. I know, it's a little bit worrying. Although we have asked them not to fight our two drivers, so hopefully they don't collect each other. Yeah, I feel Lawson... No problem. Thanks, Lucas. Much appreciated, buddy. Lawson, I feel with... actually, that's wrong, because we've just changed that over, which... Swap that back. Yeah, I don't think Lawson is in the greatest place in this race, to be fair. He's doing well protecting Ricciardo, but he's just harming his own race here. Like, he didn't have the pace, to be fair. Ricciardo was closing it. He looks pacey now, but that's just because he's getting the DRS and the toe off Ricciardo. If we swapped them around, it would be the exact same thing.
Just make sure you're looking after.
But I don't think a medium would last, would it? Don't think. Because what is this? This would get him to lap. Yeah, see, or I could go. Hold on, I'm just having a look, chat, on what we can potentially do with him. So I think that's what we've got currently in, isn't it? Basically, that would be quicker. Okay, maybe we can aim for that then. At least it'd be on the net pit stop with them both then. So that'd be lap 35. He's not going to be the quickest though, but we could still switch to a free stop. I think doing that, going to another medium though, gives us a bit of flexibility. Just need to get him to lap 35 here. Use a bit of the toe. And then when we pit him, we'll use a bit of his fuel when he's in clean air.
P2.
It's going to be close through here. We maintain, though. We're still maintaining this 1-2 somehow. Lawson is starting to struggle now.
Understood.
He's going to have to push a bit here.
Okay, copy.
As I think George is sending one down the inside in his teammate. Lawson needs to get back to that DRS to Ricciardo. He has. But we're having to use battery, which we don't really want to be doing.
Yeah,
Ricciardo's still on harvest, which just realised.
Charge off.
Understood.
You need to use two different types of tyres before you finish. Yes, we have Reese. Ricciardo started on the softs. Lawson started on the mediums.
Okay, well done.
Oh, we do get DRS. I think that Williams is going to help us. I think he just blocked off the Mercedes there, but he is going to be
Oh, it
close.
looks like a pit stop issue.
Time. Teo Pache's got a pit stop issue. Right, Ricciardo, I'm going to ask just to bolt down the road.
Overtake available.
Okay.
Russell is he
open
past
the gap if we
Lawson?
can.
Lawson's
Doing a good
trying to stick with him.
Okay, understood.
He's got Bottas on the inside, but doesn't make the move. Just try and stick with George. Try and get him back.
Copy.
Where we want to get lap 35, so he's hanging in there. Ricardo's bolted.
Take it easy.
Right, Lawson has
Okay.
DRS. Right, we've got traffic. Ooh, this traffic is not ideal. This Alpine right in the way. Oh, who is that? Drogovic. Oh, that is ridiculous. Drogovic has absolutely wrecked us there. No chance of getting Russell now. Lost 2 seconds to him. That was ridiculous from Drogovic.
Blue flags.
Oh, now we've got his teammate, Van Dorn. Is he doing the same? Yeah, lovely stopple. That's lovely. And that could open the door for Bottas, but he doesn't go down the inside there. Right, Ricciardo's got 2 seconds on Russell. Bottas is now nearly 4 seconds back because he's bogged down behind Lawson. Ricciardo is past that lot of traffic, so let's just have a look at the map. So it's not Stroll now until the end of this straight. Then we've got Hulkenberg and Gasly, Magnussen and Snowden. That will probably be it, I'd imagine, for traffic.
Stable. Stable with that bit of tech.
And we miss Bottas getting past Lawson there. He's gone, so our tyres have completely had it. But we need to get Lawson, because he won't have, even on conserving those tyres, he needs to get to lap 35, so it kind of is what it is for Lawson. And Perez, oh, he's on fresh softs. I was going to say, Perez is suddenly rapid in the Williams, but he's just come out of the pits, obviously on fresh softs. So he may wish to unlap himself here. We'll see. But that's kind of handy for us to have Perez between ourselves and the Mercedes. He might do a bit of holding up for them, especially if he's got quite good pace at the moment. So halfway through, Ricciardo leads, but the two Mercs are looking very pacey. Is there a challenge coming from behind? I don't think so. Charles is kind of hanging in there, but yeah, I don't know. Charles might be a threat to Lawson, but I don't think the top three are going to have any threat. Is Perez unlapping himself? He is. I hope he does not make contact with us. Russell is back with us. Russell on the softs, though. This is frustrating with Perez, isn't it? Because he's now probably going to get right out of the way on the straight for Russell. And we've got no DRS, so this is probably going to be Russell. Yeah, there we go. Russell is probably going to get easily past us here. So this is a tough battle, Mercedes.
Yep.
And George, I think...
Copy.
is the better of the two at the moment.
Charge off, good job.
Okay.
Right, let's get poor Liam Lawson in at least. He's dropped nearly 4 seconds to Bottas.
Copy box.
Just check we have, yeah, so we're just checking we have used different tyre compounds, so has the Mercedes. So I expect both Mercedes to finish on the soft tyres. I don't think we're going to even have an advantage in that aspect. Damn, the Alpines in this save is like the Minardi cars from F1 Hold. Yeah, they didn't want to get out of the way there, did they? Alright, Ricciardo. We see Bottas in the background. George is... yeah, softs are still pretty good for him. I mean, the only thing is he'll probably have to come in a little bit earlier than us unless he starts to conserve shortly. Then we'll be able to pull a gap. So, Ricciardo's got good tyre life over Bottas, so it's still looking pretty good. Lawson is now going to be at risk of a puncture, but we're near enough there with him. And here he is. So Lawson, where is he going to come out here? I think in 11th. So he's going to be behind quite a few cars here. He'll have good tyre margin though on all of them. As Ricciardo has moved back past Russell, but let's just see this pit stop.
P1.
2.4, that's a better stop for him. For us, we had a delay on Ricciardo's, I think it was actually, wasn't it? So we think 11th place. Yes, indeed. Tsunoda is a long way back, so... that's kind of Lawson now until the end, unless we want to swap it over to a free stop. So we'll decide on that. See how he goes. He's just not quite had the pace of Ricciardo all year so far, Lawson, but I think he's going to get better. As I say, it's the smoothness that is hurting Lawson at the moment. What rated is Danny? Danny Rick is 81 overall. He does start at 82 overall, but because of his age, he's declining a little bit in this second season. Right, Ricciardo will have the DRS again. Bottas has dropped 4 seconds back now. So...
okay, keep it clean.
He's struggling a little bit. Outside line for Ricciardo, and we get it done again. So this is just swapping between Russell and Ricciardo each lap here. And Perez staying with it, which is nice for him. So you replace him at the end of the season. Oh, okay, all depends how he does. I mean, at this rate, I can't replace him how well he's doing. He'd deserve a third season. I think it depends how the second half of the season goes. Perez... I wonder if Perez is benefiting from a tow from these leaders and he's going to jump a few cars here. He might be up to 13th. Dave, unrealistic move there. Oh, there's no unrealistic moves when Danny Rick's in the car. Anything's possible. Alright, Russell will get back past us here. But as I say, Perez is benefiting from a lovely tow. Let's have a look at the last laps. Perez is going nearly... Perez went 3 seconds quicker than Gasly, nearly 4 than Hülkenberg. So Perez is having a whale of a time, getting a tow off these leaders. And as we say, Russell moves back ahead of Ricciardo. But Bottas has certainly dropped off.
Yep. This is my pace.
And Russell is going to have to pit earlier than us. Or, as I say, he's going to have to
keep the head down.
Go a bit light or conserve. Liam Lawson, I think, is 80 overall. I think he's 80. He's either 80 or 81, but I think Danny Rick's 81, Lawson's 80. But Lawson should be improving, so I think Lawson will be going up one pretty soon. Has Lawson done his lap yet? He's a 1:17.6. So that was quite slow actually for Lawson. Very slow, so not sure this is going to work for Lawson, you know. We'll wait and see what the next lap is. Yeah, Bottas really dropping off the pace though. So is this now a two-horse race between George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo? Ricciardo should have this back again. I'm going to harvest that battery, try and get a full battery back again.
That's okay.
Actually, we'll just harvest through this first part of the lap because it's 6 seconds to Bottas now.
Okay, that's currently P1.
As I say, I want a bit of battery if George starts to conserve those tyres to build quite a good gap. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that battery. So,
Charge off.
right, last lap. Has Lawson done his lap? No, he's now about to do it. Let's just see what he does here.
On the cool side.
17.3, still lapping slower than Ricciardo and Russell. He's lapping quicker than Bottas, but slower than the leaders. And it might be because those two are benefiting from DRS off each other. Lawson's 36 seconds off the lead, so it'd be 10 seconds off the lead if they jumped into the pits now. 29. He's close to Bottas's pit window, but again, the tyres are going to be so much better for Bottas. Don't know if it's best to push on these tyres and just try and go for a free stop with Lawson. We'll see, but here we go again then. It's going to be the same as we're seeing each lap. George back past us. I'll harvest a little bit. We can't too much because we're now in second, so we need to stay within... As Alonso pits,
okay.
And Verstappen pits.
Behind you is Bottas.
Right, let's have... I know we keep looking at this for Lawson, but... just don't know what to do with him. What's that, a 23.07? That wouldn't work. Two seconds quicker, apparently. Right, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see on that.
You can do charge off now.
Don't think we've been able to nail it with Lawson today, but we'll see. Perez is still staying with this group of cars. What's Perez laps till? Perez just having a whale of a time here. Ricciardo down the inside. We've got a yellow flag. If we get a safety car, then... No, it's just a spin by the looks of it. Russell's going to get back past us and we'll have DRS.
We have a yellow.
Dragovic has had a spin.
So here we go.
Safety or virtual would be perfect for us, really.
And round they go. In the end, just a helpless passenger.
Well, I say perfect. It'd be perfect for Lawson. Not so much for Ricciardo, because Ricciardo has got good tyre life on Russell here. But yeah, Bottas looks a long way off now, doesn't he? Another yellow flag.
Two cars out, a lot of debris.
Here always get dramatic and says they're out, but they're not going to be out. But what's happened now? Oh dear. The two Alpines. Dragovic just had a spin. What's happened now with Van Dorn? Slight tap. They both stay on the track though.
And just like that...
So even though it's not Gasly and Ocon in those cars, still no love lost between the Alpines. So Magnussen pits, Perez has jumped in because Perez is blistering pace. Sainz is in the pits now as well, so this is quite good for Lawson because all the traffic ahead of him is moving out of the way. Last lap. So Lawson was quicker than the leaders on that last lap. A second quicker than Danny Rick, half a second than Russell, a second quicker than Bottas. There's no penalties given between the two Alpines. Alright, and we continue again. Lawson's still got 3.6 to Lando, so is he lapping the same sort of pace as Lando? Yeah, Lando's a little bit quicker even. Right, would this Kick Sauber like to get out of the way? He does, and he blocks off George Russell, I believe. That's very nice. Who was that? Stroll? No. Gasly. Pierre Gasly has blocked off George Russell. Lovely there. And George Russell is going to lose out on... No, he got DRS because on the back markers, but we might have still broken DRS here for a little while. 1.4. That just gives us a little bit of respite. George might push that gap, but if he wants to, he's going to have to push on those tyres that are getting very low here for George. I don't want to speak too early, but this is looking pretty good for Danny Rick. Could it be back-to-back wins for us? Could it be back-to-back wins for Daniel Ricciardo here? And to will him on, if you haven't already, do smash that like button. Nearly 2/3 of the race gone. Hamilton pits as well now. What's George's tyres at? George is at 40% on soft, so they'll be wearing quicker as well. So he's going to be in, I would imagine, in the next 2 to 3 laps is Russell. And Bottas is now 10 seconds off Danny Rick. So I think Bottas is maybe just conceded defeat in this one. He's leading the World Championship. He's obviously happy to take 3rd place. That's not still Perez, is it? Perez! Perez is on a mad one, isn't he? Perez is loving life. Perez is up to 12th. I can't help that we've just like really helped his race out. He's obviously jumped George somewhere in that. He's just having a great time, is Sergio. Lawson, 1:16.4. So yeah, he's about a second quicker now. So it is coming to Lawson now. But of course, when the leaders jump into the pits, they're going to be much quicker than him. He's 34 seconds off. So he would jump Bottas now with Lawson. But I say Bottas would be very, very quick. So we'll see when it all works out. We might push on Lawson and then go for a free stopper. Because if he's going to finish 4th anyway, may as well go for a fastest lap attempt. I think Perez got back out of the way, so Russell's pushed back up, but look at his tyres now, 36%. It's a 13% margin for us, so Russell is going to have a good undercut because he's going to have to come in earlier, but his tyres are going to be in a lot worse condition at the end. Is he going to jump into the pits here? No, I think he's going for a push though, so I'd expect him to maybe come into the pits at the end of this lap. So George is back with us, going for the move again for the 1st place. But I'm pretty comfortable with this.
Understood.
Yeah, Bottas 10 seconds back, so...
Don't worry.
And his tyre's still worse than Ricciardo. Ricciardo's tyre management is beautiful. And if you do play F1 Manager, I mean, that's my preference. I always like to go with a driver that's got good tyre management. I think it makes a massive difference. Kind of see it today with Lawson. Lawson's stats quite similar to Ricciardo, a lot of them, but where he's a lot weaker is on the smoothness. And Ricciardo can just extend stints, can manage tyres better. That's working in his favour today. Yeah, Russell is pushing. He's took 4% out, so I think he's on full attack. So Russell probably going to be in the pits this lap. We get DRS, so we're still going to be within a second of him. So we'd get DRS on the start-finish straight, even if he does jump into the pits. And where will George come out? He will come out around Piastri. It'll be touch and go with Piastri. And he does pit. So George is into the pits as we expected. He went full attack for his in-lap there.
Let's get ready.
Okay.
Ricciardo is lap... What are we there? Lap 43... No, for lap 48, sorry. Good stop. So he's not going to have to get past Charles, though, because Charles is into the pits as well. Piastri's going to be in pretty soon. Is Russell going to clear him? I think he is, you know. That's going to work out nicely for Mercedes. Yeah, he's going to be comfortably clear there. All right, so our pit window's open. We've got another 3 laps with Ricciardo.
No concern.
Lucas, me too. They can help races so much. Yeah, indeed.
Understood.
I mean, that's where Lando was king in my McLaren series. He's just tyre management is ridiculous. And imagine, I've never played with Hamilton this game, but I see a lot of the time Anthony AI's tyre management's good, so I imagine he's got very good smoothness. Right, Lawson's now behind Norris, so we do need to clear him, really. So let's get that done. So yeah, George is going to jump Ricciardo with the undercut. George gone on to hards though.
Yeah, copy that.
Bottas pits now as well. It's quite early for Bottas. As we've got a
that, please.
X Albert Stroll, who got in the way of George earlier. I hope he's not getting in the way of Lawson here, but it's like he's doing his best to get in the way because we've got DRS here. He gets out of the way now. Right, come on, Lawson, then. Let's get past Lando.
Copy. Right,
so I think Hamilton's is around 89 smoothness. Okay. Dark Lord, good night. Good night, Dark Lord. See you later, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Right, so Lawson is going to be clear. He's cleared Bottas, but Bottas will come back to us. Who's two stopped here? I think we just keep Lawson out for now.
Something's not gone right in the pits.
Zhou's having a pit stop issue. Dead last for Haas there. Right, Russell 21 seconds back, so he's going to have a 4-second margin on us. He's on hard tyres though, and we're going to be on softs. So it is still going to be a battle here with George for the victory.
Push now, push now.
We want to go next lap on those. Right, so whether we stick on this strategy with Lawson or we push to, which is not going to be great with Lando getting past us here. Got to stay ahead here if we can.
Stop the
No.
this.
Is Lando not boxing? He's on 45% hards.
Don't worry.
Alright, just keep Lawson on that for now, but it's whether we swap over to this here.
Copy.
Which might be more fun to do, but we'll see. We want at least 4th place with Lawson. Which he will have when Piastri and Norris jump out of the way. Bottas obviously coming back for him. Bottas on the hards as well for Mercedes. That's interesting. Both Mercs on the hard tyres. Right, where's Ricciardo? Ricciardo's going to be coming in at the end of this lap then. He's going to be about 5 seconds behind Russell, but he's going to be on 2 compounds softer. And he's going to have a little bit of a tyre margin as well. Right, Lawson hopefully is going to get back past Lando here though. Both McLaren should be coming in shortly. Piastri maybe at the end of this lap. Lando covering off the inside line, but Lawson wants the outside, which will give him inside here. And Lawson retakes 4th position.
Okay, good lad, well done.
Problem with Lawson is he's having this squabble with Norris, but by the time Bottas gets there, they'll be out of the way most likely. Here we go then. This is going to be an important pit stop. I mean, Russell is going to jump us, but we don't want any delays here. So we need a nice stop from the pit crew.
Daniel, pit lane.
$18 laps to go. And we're going to have to hunt down George Russell for the win here. Let's hope for at least 2.8 and under. No mistakes. 2.3, our best pit stop of the day. And just when we needed it.
Copy.
So as I say, we're expecting George to be past us. There is George Russell. There is ourselves. We're getting up to speed. So it's probably going to be 5 to 6 seconds, I think.
Currently P2.
Alright, Lawson's maintained that on Norris. It's 3.8 3 seconds.
Behind you is Piastri.
Right, Lawson
18
now
laps to go.
is on Piastri. Piastri didn't stop. He's, yeah, very low on those tyres now.
Come on.
Yeah, problem if we stop Lawson again, he'd have to do a lot of overtaking. Well, here comes Lawson on the inside of Piastri. I think Piastri is going to be jumping into the pits anyway. Corey Draper, now it's time to cook. Ricciardo needs to cook indeed. As Piastri battles well there, but as I say, I think Piastri is jumping into the pits.
Long way to go.
And he does. So that releases Lawson. I don't think we can really pit Lawson. Bottas will get Lawson here. But yeah, if we pit him, he's going to be a long way back here. Who's actually stopped here? So it'd be Hamilton. What's the gap to Hamilton? It's about 3 seconds. So I think it's 4th place, or we pit and we try and get past. We'd have to get 6 overtakes done effectively. Right, Ricciardo's getting these tyre temps up. The gap is the same to Russell at the moment.
For fuel, please.
But don't worry, we will be attacking shortly. Here is Bottas then. So we're not going to have the tools to fight Bottas, unfortunately. Lewis has got 8% on us. And Bottas should be past us here. I don't think I'm going to go for this 3rd stop. I think that would lose us 4th place. But let me know in the chat if you think we should jump to the 3 stop with Lawson. I personally think we'd come out behind Max, so we'd have to overtake all of these. Or if you believe in Lawson, then box him. Lucas says don't. Fourth place is the best we can hope for. We have got nearly 5 seconds on Hamilton now. TFC Ryan thinks box.
Yeah,
Martin thinks staying out.
0.5 now.
And Norris thinks depends, but honestly, no. I don't think we can. Like, Ricciardo's within 1.6 of Russell now.
Russell 1.6 now.
The pit loss is 25 seconds, so we would lose out. We'd be, what, 5.5, 6, 12.8, 19, 21. We'd come out in 11th. So we'd need to jump Piastri, Sainz, Alonso, Norris, Charles and Hamilton in 15 laps. I think it'd be too much. Yeah, need a safety car. That's, yeah, you're right, Uviewed. If we get a safe, even a virtual would be ideal. Because it wouldn't affect Danny Rick too much. Because obviously a full safety car will put Bottas back in contention. Right, Ricciardo, good pace here. He's getting very close to George Russell. We're nearly within DRS.
So we just have to
We've got a bit of tyre margin that we can use as well. So I want to save that because what I want to do is try and get past George Russell. And then we want to push, break the DRS gap and then just maintain, hopefully. Danny Rick gaining and gaining. This is just with the toe.
charger.
Let's try and give him full battery if we can stay in DRS. Yellow flag.
Full.
Virtual.
Okay.
Not looking likely.
Yellow, where you are?
Okay, understood.
Oh, Lance Stroll.
Let's take a look at the replay.
What a
We're
surprise.
following the action through turn 5. And the car fails to respond.
You do
What
love a
caused
gravel
that
pit, don't you,
error?
Lance? Your favourite place. I'm just trying to keep within the 1 second, but have a full
You
battery.
can go charge off.
Okay.
We just dropped out. That wouldn't be ideal. Come on, Danny. Yeah, we're just back in. In the gravel, just like Brazil, yeah. Right, so we're in the DRS. We've got really good battery life. We've actually got full battery life now. So if we can get George, which I'm pretty confident we can get now on the start-finish straight, then we're going to deploy to try and break the
head down,
DRS.
keep focusing.
It's now Charles, the car behind Lawson, and it's only 3 seconds. Here we go, though. Daniel Ricciardo. For the lead, then, in Spain. He's back in first place. And now we want to push.
Overtake available.
We want to give him all the tools
Okay,
just to
understood.
break the DRS, and hopefully he can then maintain it to
don't
bring it
lift off.
home.
Yeah.
We've got Joe just up the road from us here. Norris has finally hit. That took some time. It's 8 tenths to Russell. We really want this Haas to get out of the way nicely for us here. If we can get him on the straight, we can get up to him on the straight and not lose time. That'd be ideal. I don't think George is going to get DRS. Haas is out of the way. Lovely. Is he going to block off George? That would be even nicer. Oh, he's making it awkward for George. Thank you, Guanyu Zhou. That's given us 2 seconds.
Okay, maximum focus on pulling down those rear
2.6.
tires.
Russell got bogged down there.
Roger.
That was a very good lap.
And Daniel Ricciardo used the pace and set the fastest lap. Williams is getting out of the way, I think. Ocon, yes, he does. He's not going to overtake enough people in time. No, I don't think it's going to work for Lawson, but Charles is right on us. Problem is, we are going to go backwards here. Danny Rick leads, but Charles Leclerc is got the pace on Lawson here. We need him to be on that though, don't we? No, it's just not going to be worth doing now, is it? Right, Charles is on hard tyres. Whether we can stick with him. It's 2.7 to Hamilton. Ryan should have boxed. Yeah, I'm feeling like we maybe should have now. Top Gear meme of Lance Stroll with Clarkson, Hammond and May was great. That's floating online for Lance. Lance is a meme all in himself, isn't he? Right, it's 4 seconds to George Russell.
Copy.
We're not going on to that. Right, here comes Charles then. So Lawson drops down to 5th.
Don't worry.
Yeah, Charles just got good tyre advantage as well. That's the problem. I think we're just going to have to settle for what it is with Lawson, unfortunately. I can burn off a bit of his fuel now. Just try and stay in the DRS of Charles. See if he can fight him back.
Copy.
But I think the tyre margin is going to be too great, unfortunately. Oh, please don't get in the way, Alpine, because we lose the DRS, which we're about to. This is going to cost us here. Sigurd, thanks for the follow, buddy. Yeah, this is going to cost us. We've lost 1.5 now. What is wrong with these Alpines?
Tyre update when possible.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
Oh, we need a virtual safety car would be perfect for Lawson right now. Ricciardo's checking out. 5.5 seconds in the lead. Tyre margin is good. He just needs to keep it on the track. And I don't think Liam Lawson can really do too much about Charles either. Hamilton's 5.5 seconds back. I don't think anyone else is really going to have the pace. We need a virtual safety car in the next lap or two. Because it'd probably be, what, a 16-second stop? Something like that. It should be, yeah, between Piastri and Alonso, somewhere there. But we would have really fresh tyres just for attack. But doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think it's just where Liam Lawson needs to improve is on that smoothness, just managing the tyres. Because overtaking and defending, he's very good. Just got to be able to stretch that tyre life out a little bit better with him. 8 to go. And we've got an RB that's now wanting to unlap themselves. Are they on fresh tyres? No, they're on about the same. Ricciardo, 6.2 seconds in the lead. Loving life is Danny Rick. As we jump on board. Yeah, Lawson is safe from Hamilton, I think, with 8 laps to go. Although Hamilton could attack for a couple of laps because he has got some tyre life in hand, so he could get closer than that. Ricciardo also got the fastest lap of the race as well at the moment, which is a very nice indeed. Ooh. Ocon's developed a fault. Did Ocon already have a fault? I think he did. He had that engine fault, didn't he? Lawson gets DRS on a back marker by the looks of it. I think that's K-Mag. He's had to get out of the way, and he's just opened the door for Tsunoda because of that. Where's young Perez in all of this? It didn't quite work for him then, getting that toe for those laps. He's back in 14th. Norris is in 11th. He boxed a lot later, but he's on those softs, but it only looks like he's going to get up to 10th. Verstappen may not score points here. That Red Bull is struggling. They started the season looking quite pacey, and a few races in now, they're certainly going backwards. As Norris in the top 10, I don't think Verstappen's got anything to get back into the top 10. So his title defence is struggling across this first third of the season, and Bottas looking good for that, although Ricciardo is going to take another win, but I don't think we're going to be in a title fight because, as I keep saying, the car is going to drop backwards shortly. And it's not like we've got a dominant car here. We were fighting Russell and Bottas for most of this race. Lawson has been unable to do so. But I do think we've probably designed the car to be on par, maybe with just edged Mercedes, but in a race or two's time, Mercedes will be ahead of us, and then Ferrari, McLaren will come back ahead of us as well. But hopefully in 2026, that's what I'm aiming for, 2026, to win the Constructors and Drivers' Championship with Team Lotus, and then at the end of that season, we will decide whether we carry on the series or we restart something else. But this series is definitely going to continue for at least 3 seasons. And then it's down to you lovely people in the community what you want to see happen from there, really. As long as it's being enjoyed, we shall continue to do it. Lucas, did Danny start in pole? Daniel Ricciardo did start in pole indeed. He's been doing big things recently, and he's got an 8-second gap on George Russell. Kind of reminiscent of Monaco last time out. Daniel Ricciardo was dominant in that race.
And that's currently P1.
Probably more dominant than this race, to be fair. We've been duking it out with Bottas and Russell for most of this until this final stint. But Ricciardo was leading most of Monaco, and then the final, we were like this stage in Monaco, and then a red flag was thrown, which made it squeaky bum time at the end. But Ricciardo got off well on the restart and still won the race. So he's been very good the last 2 races. Lano, I like creators that interact with people in their lives. Oh, that's what it's about. No point me streaming if I don't chat to you lovely people. He's going to get a Grand Slam if he keeps the fastest lap. I think he... My only worry is Lando, but he's used a lot of those tyres, so I think he's pretty nailed on to keep this fastest lap. I don't think anyone is going to have to box late on here. But yeah, it should be a Grand Slam, should be a pole win and fastest lap. James, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Ricciardo, nearly 10 seconds now. Lawson's kept with him sort of 1.8. I've just realised that we're going to run out of fuel with him, though. So that's not ideal.
5 more laps.
By the way, my prediction might be wrong. I can't remember what your prediction was. What was it again? Didn't lead every lap, so it's not a Grand Slam. Martin, you're including leading every lap, are you? Ricciardo, Russell, Lawson. Yeah, Lawson's let the team down a bit, hasn't he? Well, no, it's a bit harsh, but he's just not really had the pace as Lawson.
A long way to go.
What else did we had? Yufu had Lawson, Ricciardo, Russell, Hamilton, Bottas. Yeah, Lawson in a few of the predictions. Dark Lord, Ricciardo, Russell, Lawson.
Yeah, okay,
Lawson was in the top 3 in most, but not quite managed it, has he? Maybe you could bring in Gasly to replace Ricciardo, as you've got Gasly's race engineer.
Copy.
Yeah, I think at this stage of the season, I would retain both of these drivers for next year and hopefully give them a car where they can challenge for the title. I feel bad for Ricciardo, who's pretty much dominating Lawson so far, but then let him go. Right, Lawson's nearly got that fuel back. I think he'll be okay now.
Copy.
4 more laps then. And Ricciardo, 10-second gap, loving life out there. As we say, Verstappen not going to score. 8 seconds off the top 10.
Yeah, the Ria's taking a bit of a hit.
I mean, Ricciardo will be in for be looking like he's in for a title challenge after this race. But as I say, we're not going to be able to maintain that. Why is Lawson on deploy? We're just trying to use a bit of battery. We've got surplus battery. So see if we can bring him up to... don't want ERS battle assist on though. Just see if Lawson can get any closer to Charles in the closing laps here. I don't think we're going to be able to, but it's worth a try. The gap on Hamilton should be fine now. I think Lawson's tyres not even going to do these whole 4 laps, to be fair, but let's see. 3 laps to go then as Ricciardo starts another lap. Lawson a little bit further back. Yeah, nearly 30 seconds off Ricciardo as Liam Lawson, so a wide margin across this race. Of course, we did try something a little bit different with Lawson, pitting him a little bit earlier, so it's not really that reflective, but... keep battle assist on if you're going to deploy because it gives you speed but keeps some battery so you can still attack if you catch up. Should still keep some battery though if I manage it correctly. I use ERS Battle Assist is good for defending and attacking because it'll deploy in the parts of the track where you're most likely to get overtaken or be able to make an overtake, where having it off will deploy it so you do the fastest lap time effectively. So that's what we're trying. I've got into 1.5 here. Should get DRS here, I think.
2 more laps.
What's
Okay,
that?
understood.
That's not... Please get out of the way. Who is that? Joe again. Oh, this is costing us here. Joe's not... Yes, got out of the way.
Yeah, be smart and patient.
It's only 36%. There's only 6% tyre life between them now. It's a second. We're close.
Copy.
Haven't got the tyre life for it though. Good deploy here. We're going to run out of battery, but just to get the DRS.
Copy box.
No, you're not boxing, Liam. You're not boxing when we ask you to deploy your ERS. Charles suddenly finding some pace though here. He's extended the gap.
Copy that.
Need to pick up the pace a little bit if you can, please.
Ricciardo, sorry, starting his final lap. 1.7 to Charles. I don't think we're quite going to be able to do it there. Battery was good enough to get as close. But I think Charles had reserved a bit.
Copy.
Yeah, 2.1 seconds. We are going to be safe from Hamilton, though. Well, let's just attack. He'll be in the danger zone of a puncture, but
Let's put some
Why
pressure
not?
on now, please.
you have such a Sky commentator voice. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing with some of the rep Sky get. Here we go then. The honey badger himself, Danny Rick. As we keep saying, he lives on here for Team Lotus
Very good job.
in this universe. And he won in Monaco. Dash, thanks for the follow, buddy. And he's dominating here in Spain. As he rounds the final corner, it's going to be another win for Danny Rick. Daniel Ricciardo wins it. It's not going to be a 1-2.
Thank you, mate. Amazing race.
Thanks, guys.
It's not going to be a 1-2 in this one because Lawson has had a few struggles across this race. But he's still going to bag good points for us.
Tyre management will be
Not
very
enough to get
important.
back to Charles Leclerc, but he didn't lose too much pace in the end. As he's going to finish in 5th place, 2 seconds back on Charles, but a good gap to Hamilton. It's Russell 2nd, Bottas 3rd, Charles Leclerc 4th, Liam Lawson
Okay,
5th.
next flag.
And then it's going to be Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen is going to finish outside of the points. And although we're only a third through this 2025 season, his, well, trying to retain that championship is starting to dwindle away. Ryan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Well, there we go. Daniel Ricciardo. What a man he is. What a man. He's not there in Formula 1 in real life anymore. Big personality missed, but in this virtual world, we're trying
That was a
to
fantastic
keep him
performance
going.
from Daniel Ricciardo.
as he jumps out of the car and celebrates a back-to-back win.
Working together for the team and driver.
Who would have thought that in our second season? It's quite unbelievable how quickly we've developed this car, but we're not going to be doing this every week. This is probably going to be short-lived until 2026. But there he is, Daniel Advocado.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season with a composed performance today.
On the top step. And the Mercedes just didn't have an answer in the end.
And by the looks of things here in Barcelona, the party's only just beginning. Lovely stuff.
There we go. Obviously, we haven't got enough money for our team members to have the logo
How
on
do you think
there.
they'll be feeling in the team
On their
garage at the end
overalls
of
for some
that?
reason, just the drivers.
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is.
We've obviously got a short hair order in our garage. Oh no, we have got some females with longer hair. How do you design your car? Did you download it or that or design? No, it's all designed in the game. The only difference is if you play on PC, you can download mods to have real sponsorships. So we get real sponsorships on the car, but the design is done in-game. The logo is done in-game, which isn't perfect, but works for me. You can make out that it's Lotus at least. Cool. What mod? It's just a sponsorship mod. If you go, just bear with me while I put it in the chat. I don't actually know which one I use, but if you play on PC, that's where you want to go, basically. I'll put it in the TikTok chat. That's where it is asked. But yeah, if you go over to that, if you play on PC, that's where all the mods are, basically. So you can... there's a few different creators on there that have done different sponsorship one. I can't actually remember the one I've got. But if you click into them, it'll show the different logos that they provide on there. And there's loads of different things on there, such as, you know, we're using the Toyota livery mod for Haas as well. So yeah, have a look through them and... grab the mods that you want. But here we go. Look at this pleasure then. Daniel Ricciardo, back-to-back wins and 26 points. I'm pretty sure, did he not do that last time out in Monaco as well? Get the fastest lap. George Russell is in second, up 3 places. So a pretty solid drive for George Russell, who's being dominated so far by Bottas. So that's a good return for George. Valtteri Bottas third. Charles Leclerc up 2 to 4th. Liam Lawson down 2 to 5th. So a bit disappointing. We tried a few different strategies across that race. I feel like we were trying everything in the end, but yeah, it didn't quite work for us there. Lewis Hamilton 6th, Oscar Piastri 7th, Carlos Sainz up 3 places and beats his teammate Max Verstappen in 8th, Lando Norris 9th, and Fernando Alonso 10th. And as we already seen there, Max Verstappen down 4 places, finishes outside the points in 11th. And he had an accident last time out in Monaco and scored no points. That's back-to-back races now where Max had scored 0 points. Well, Team Lotus with the men from Down Under nations are doing better than Mick Schumacher did. Yeah, our Aussie and Kiwi are doing big things for us. So, Drivers' Championship, Bottas leads the way, but Daniel Ricciardo is now in second place. But don't get carried away. We're not going to... Well, I say we're not. Depends. If the AI don't develop their car this year, we might be mounting a title challenge, but we'll probably start to fade away in the coming races. But it's nice to look at while it lasts. But Valtteri Bottas is leading the way, and he's got, what, a 54-point margin now. So big stuff from Valtteri Bottas. Daniel Ricciardo is now second, Oscar Piastri third, Lando Norris fourth. As I said, Max Verstappen in the defence of his title, no points for 2 races in a row, and he's now, what, 83 points off the top spot. So a lot of work for him to do. Charles Leclerc is in 6th, Lewis Hamilton 7th, George Russell goes up 1 to 8th, so as I say, a much better return for him. Carlos Sainz down 1 to 9th. And Liam Lawson stays in 10th, so another 10 points, so a solid return for Liam Lawson. And then we've got the rest of the point scorers. Fernando Alonso 11th, K-Mag, his teammate in that Aston, in 12th, Esteban Ocon 13th, and the rest yet to score. What race did Lewis win? Jeez, I can't remember what race. I think he won the opener, actually, in Australia. Pretty sure he won the opener in Australia. But if you really want to see that, and this is always a good plug for me, if you head over to the YouTube channel, all of the episodes of this series are available there. So you can go and check them out and see all of the previous race wins. They're condensed versions of the live stream, so they're typically about 40-50 minutes in duration. Shows all the build-up, practice, qualifying, and the race in condensed fashion. Verstappen would be aiming to leave ASAP if this was real, yeah. Lucas, thanks for the gift, buddy. Much appreciated. Lewis, 8-time champion in the game. He's only 7-time world champion. He's got a chance for the 8th. I thought I sent a message saying if you win, I'll send a gift up. No worries, Lucas. Do appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Hulkenberg in the RB. That is strange. Yeah, some of the that's the only thing I would say about the coding or whatever they have at Frontier in this game. Some of the, as we know, some of the driver moves are just so bizarre. Stroll going to kick Sauber, for example. But hey ho, is what it is. Constructors then, it's Mercedes who continue to lead the way. McLaren second. We jump up to third. And yeah, as I say, I do expect us to finish fifth is where I'm expecting us to finish. So we've got to gain the points while we can. But whilst we've got this momentum, it's good to see. Ferrari fourth, Red Bull fifth, just 4 points. Nearly 100 points, 93 points off the top spot already. Aston Martin only a point, they're in sixth. Williams seventh, and RB, Haas, Kick Sauber, and Alpine yet to score a point. Dash Bottas in the Merc, yeah, that's another example. Although he may be going back to Mercedes, of course, but it won't be in either of the drivers' seats. It'll be as a reserve test driver. And we hit our bonuses as well, which is lovely to see. On F123, I had Lance go to Williams, then to Haas. Yeah, I don't think, unless your daddy's there, Lance, I don't think you're driving for any other team, are you, really, realistically? Let's face it. I wonder what's going to happen there. Is he just going to forever have that drive until whilst his dad owns that team? It's very bizarre, isn't it? I mean, he gets a lot of stick. When Stroll first came on the scene, he wasn't too bad, to be fair. But over the last few years, he's just, yeah, been absolutely awful. Stroll in kick, that one's expected. Well, I think Stroll in the kick, as in kick as the slowest team at the moment, you could say that's expected. But I just don't think, unless his dad owned the team, I don't think any team would take Stroll, would they? Bonuses in 23 over bonuses 24. The bonus 24 cap solo and only finish objectives. Bonuses in 23 were great, fast lap finish. Yeah, they've stripped that back a bit, haven't they, Dash? Where you could obviously in 23 you could select the different variables, couldn't you? Select your qualifying positions, whether it's 1 car or 2 car. You could select the fastest lap. You could select your finishing position. I'm not sure why they stripped that back to basic, really. Right, let me just... I did just save that, didn't I? Yes, let me just double save that. Yeah, would make 4 million a week. Maybe that's why they stripped it back. But they could at least, yeah, still have different variables. But I do think 24 is a update on 23. I think they've still got a lot of work to do, though. But as I always say, as this game continues, you know, for many years to come, whether it does, it needs people to buy it and play it, of course. But if it does, you know, you have to look at Football Manager series, you know, it evolves over time. So if they have another 3, 4, 5 years at this and they continue to evolve it, I think it'll get to a very, very good place. Can you show me your car parts and upgrades you have? I can, yeah. So currently we are full on research. And that's because if you play F1 Manager 24, you'll know that, such as in real life, you will get very big regulation changes for 2026. So as you can see, our expertise loss here is absolutely massive on all of these parts. So you can see for the front wing, we've already done a research project. So basically, we're trying to make up this deficit. So that's what one research project has done, but we've got to get a load of them done to get anywhere close to that. So as I say, we've done a couple of research projects so far. So that's where we're at on that. So that's why I keep saying, if you're joining this series, that's why I keep saying this car across the rest of the year is going to go backwards, because we're not doing any design work. We're full on research. But in terms of car analysis, this is where we look currently. So we always focus on cornering. I've just done a video actually on YouTube, so that's all on how to design the car. Hulkenberg, that are we better than F1 24 than playing F1 game? Maybe time even with Stroll and Aston Martin. His dad is one of a number of shareholders. Anyway, see you, Qualy, mate. No worries, you viewed. Thanks for dropping in, buddy, as always. Much appreciated. Good game, very little complaints. Luca, hello, buddy. Hope you're well. I know, but do a suspension upgrade where you minimise everything and maximise the tyre preservation. Yeah, I mean, Tire preservation's all right, but it doesn't. It's not going to make It's not going to make the impact as such low speed, medium speed, and high speed does. But as I say, for us, we're just going to maintain this car now because the target was never to win a championship in 2025 anyway. We're looking at 2026. So as I say, we're looking pretty good on that front. We've done a lot of design work. This car started very slow last year, and we've done really good upgrades to get it where it is now. So yeah, as long as we finish at least 5th in the constructors, which I think we'll be able to do, next year, 2026, with the reg changes, is all about challenging for a championship. But that is going to bring this one to a close. So if you've jumped into the stream, much appreciate all of your support. If you haven't already, please do smash a like on the stream before you go. I do really appreciate it. And as I always say, we do stream this every Tuesday and Friday. So if you've jumped in for the first time, we'll be back again Tuesday at 7:15 GMT. And then, of course, next Friday as well. And if you're watching not on YouTube, then either on TikTok or Twitch, YouTube is in my profile. So head to my profile, go to the bio, YouTube's in there, and you'll see all of our F1 Manager content. So as I say, we've just released a design guide on how I approach designing the car. And also we have all the highlighted episodes of these races. So as I say, you can check them out in a condensed version. So yeah, do head over there, send some love there as well. But as I say, appreciate everyone who's jumped in, all of the likes, all of the gifts, all of the comments. And we will be back on